Hello there, welcome to M1 House of Cars, and today we're going to take you around this 2015 Volkswagen Golf DSG R. It's a 2-litre petrol in grey, and I think it's got about 33,000 miles on the clock. Very special piece of used stock right here. Let's have ourselves a look around. Now, as you can see, first and foremost, it comes in this gorgeous shade of grey, but I'm going to show you our front headlights there on the left and there on the right, again surrounded by this beautiful gloss black frame. And as you can see, they're in great nick all the way around. Same, of course, down here for the rest of the vehicle. This gorgeous grey set against the gloss black. You can see it all there. Obviously, you can see the front parking sensors there as well. And you can see our front gloss black grille. Have a look at all of that. That's lovely. With the little chrome strip underneath there as well. See, it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's have a look around as well at that. Absolutely lovely there as well. And of course, they're bookending our front Volkswagen R-Line grille. You see it there with the gloss black strip and the chrome strip. Best of both worlds. You got it all there, nice and tidy. Now, as you can see, the car comes in grey. It's sort of like a light grey. Definitely will stand out, an absolute treat in the summing months. However, I also reckon this is going to look an absolute bomb in the winter, set against those winter pastel colours. I think it'll look quite nice. Have a look at these tinted glass here in the rear. You see we've got these beautiful chrome wing mirrors here with our safety indicators as well. It's an R-Line, but don't let that fool you. It's a very practical, robust vehicle, very safe, and pretty much just has everything that you'd need to have an incredible drive wherever you want to go. Having a look up and down the side of the vehicle, you can see beautiful straight lines all the way up and down that bodywork. Absolutely brilliant right there. And let's come on under here and have a look at our alloys right here. Now you can see they're a gorgeous mix of this gloss black and chrome design. Absolutely gorgeous here. Now I'm pointing them out for you for two reasons. First and foremost, they're stunning. These may be the best looking alloys I think I've ever seen design wise. I mean, they're absolutely mint. You can see our R-Line caliper in the rear there as well. Really nice. But secondly, it's all about this being a used vehicle. Now I know you're going to come on down and see it, and we implore you to come on down and see it for yourself, and it's going to be all about how many miles are on the clock. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not about the number, but about how those miles have been accrued. And the easiest way you can figure that out is by looking at the alloys. Has the car been ragged around, or has it been treated well in its past life by its previous owners? Well, as you can see by the condition of the alloys, the fact that they're in practically mint condition, that is a very, very telling sign about just how sensible the past owners have been. That means the car has been lovingly treated and has so much more life and vigour left to live and give to you. Let's follow our straight grey skirt all the way over to our second alloy. Are we going to get this again? That is 2 for 2. Absolutely mint right there. I mean, you couldn't ask for a car in better condition than this Volkswagen R-Line. Let's just see all around the bodywork. Absolutely lovely right there. Now it's a 3-door as well, but it's not particularly small. You know, it's still got quite a lot of room. It's very sizable in all the right places. We've got our tinted glass here in the rear. We've got our tail lights, as you can see right there, and right there as well. There you go. They're in great nick all the way around. Simon, what do you think of this Polo R-Line?
This Polo is amazing. It's a steal. Yeah.
You seem almost a bit distracted by it, Simon. It's a gorgeous looking car, isn't it? It's a great shade of grey.
I love it. Sure.
Well,
what do you think of it, Matt?
I actually really do like it. I think it's very, there's a lot of things you could do with it. It's not just a go out and drive by yourself. I think there's a lot of, it drives really nicely, it handles well, but it's also really practical.
Yeah, sold. I'll buy it.
Well, let's continue looking around. You can see all of our chrome badges are still here. Our R-Line badge, our VW badge and everything. And you come on down here, we've got our rear parking sensors, our fog lights as well, and our dual chrome exhaust set against that gloss black. Ooh, mamma mia. This car is shaping up nicely because it's not just dual, it's 2 dual. There's 2 more, there's 4 exhausts all the way through. This car, as I've said, is the best of both worlds, really. You're getting a car that drives amazingly but also is very, very comfortable. They haven't sacrificed anything in terms of anything really. Best of all the worlds here. Let's open up the boot, and as you can see, pretty damn good space for a 3-door, I must say. You know, they're certainly not skimping on anything. Oh, excuse me. You could easily fit a week shopping in there. You could easily fit a couple of suitcases in there. Hell, if you've got a couple of kids that are just acting up, you can easily fit them both in here. Although I do not recommend that you do that. Let's open this up as well, and you can see we have our spare wheel and everything that you'd possibly need should the worst ever happen. Fitting just under there, nice and easy. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen to you. We do have our 40-60 split in the rear seat, so you can push those bad boys down. And if you want to take advantage of even more space in this vehicle, you have the option there as well. You can also see the little trap door there in the middle. So if you're transporting poles, canes, skis is always a good one. You don't have to try and angle them in sort of awkwardly in the boot, you know, and end up bending them. You can push that down and slot them in nice and easy. Let's come around the side here. As you can see again, the beautiful grey colour. I mean, I think Simon's expression sold it the most. He was just enamoured by the look of this car and the grey, because I'm telling you, it really does pop. The camera is not doing it justice. It's definitely the kind of colour you should come down and see for yourself, because, I mean, first and foremost, I'm not the best describer of colours, but this one really is something special. I've never really seen this colour on the car before. Let's have a look down at our third alloy here. And again, 3 for 3. It's in absolute mint condition. I can't ask for anything better. I may as well just buy the car to take the alloys off and eat my dinner off them, because they're cleaner than some of the plates I've got home. Let's follow this all the way down along. Again, we can see our beautiful R-line badge. Very nice slice and cutting right there. And here's our final alloy, 4th of the 4. And I think, yep. Oh, I thought there was a blemish, but no, it's a raindrop. Right, we've got a perfect set of alloys right there. That is a very reassuring sign for just how sensibly this car has lived previous to coming to us, because obviously we're going to look after it. It's a piece of emerald stock, so we're going to treat it well, maintain it, service it, and make sure that it becomes, well, it's already some of the best stock in the UK, but we're just going to make sure it stays that way until it's sold. Let's have a look at our again, our chrome wing mirror with the safety indicator, nice and big. As I've said, the car is very big, very safe, very practical and robust, and it drives like an absolute monster. But let's have a look inside. It is a 3-door, so let's pull the seat back and check out what we've got to admire on the inside. And I think what we've got to admire are these gorgeous seats all the way around. They look like they haven't even been sat in at all. They're in great nick all the way around, very comfortable. You got your built-in cup holders in there as well. You got your child seat locks right there as well. So again, if you're traveling with maybe a child, 2 small children, they've got car seats, you're going to fit them nicely and securely. That's what I mean. It's very adaptable to everything. You could buy this and race around in it. But let's say you want to change course, you know, you meet that right partner and you want to start a family, this car can adapt to that as well. I also love it's not just boring stock black. There's a lovely mix there of the light grey, the dark grey, little cheeky bit of black in the middle. It's very comfortable. Fair bit of legroom, all things considered. Fair bit of legroom, I must say. And you know, if you've got kids, they're not going to mind. And if you, let's see if I can reach that. And there we go. You can also pull that down and you got full access to a lovely couple of cup holders and a little thing right there as well, just to keep everything a bit nice and tidy in here. The seats themselves are so just soft and comfortable. Honestly, you wouldn't expect it for a car like this, but Volkswagen, they're always thinking about the comfort, they're always thinking about the actual driving experience, and they're always thinking of making the seats comfortable, especially for big boys like me, and they have not failed there. But their crowning achievement in this vehicle are these seats. Have a look at these. These are R-line seats, full control of them on the sides there and there as well. But just take a good look at them. I mean, first and foremost, they are designed so beautifully. Not a stitch nor seam out of place as well. It's sort of like got this like crushed feel to it. I'm not really much of a seamstress myself, but they're sort of two-tone. They sit you really nicely. They really hold you in place very beautifully. And again, they're just so comfortable. And they look in phenomenal condition. And they feel like they've hardly been sat in, which for a car with this many miles and for this being this age, is a wonderful sign. We want more of that, definitely, don't we? Let's have a look in the door as well, and you can see we have ourselves here electric front windows. We've got central lock-in and wing mirror controls right there by our chrome door handle. We've got our speaker system there as well, and lovely little touch, we've got this blue line on a step here. Have a look at that, and it comes with a lot of sort of blue aesthetics in there right there, just nice little blue touches. The effect is much more reverent when you get in the vehicle, so let's hop on in. I think you can make it out there a little better. I mean, it's much better to see it at night, but you got this lovely little blue streak that goes across. Let's have a look inside the cabin, have a look at the condition. Now, I think the condition of the cabin matches the condition of the exterior, because it looks absolutely mint in here. It doesn't look like it's been used at all. I mean, looking at the actual instruments here, you can see, I mean, there are 33,722 miles as of, the 11th of October. Let's round that up and say 34,000 miles. 34,000 miles, and it looks to be the most sensible 34,000 miles you could possibly do in a car. Going by the age of the vehicle, I mean, 34 over 5, that's like 7,000 a year. That is very minimal. I mean, it feels like this is just the car that somebody bought just to get to work. I mean, I can't say for sure, I don't know the past owner, but looking at the evidence, they're definitely someone very, very sensible. And they're coming up here as well. You also have a nice little pocket here if you want to put your sunglasses in there. Got our interior light in there as well. Again, always looks better at night. Same, of course, goes for our vanity mirrors here. It's a great way of seeing yourself, just like I've seen me there. We got a flat bottom steering wheel in leather with your gloss black R-line badges right there. Lovely cruise control settings right there on your steering wheel controls as well over here for your telephone, because of course there's Bluetooth telephone connectivity. Got flappy paddles to the left and right, and it's very, very easy to see our instruments. It's such a comfortable car as well. I mean, I'm not short of any legroom whatsoever. I don't feel like I'm sort of locked in or anything, or stuck in. I feel like this is such a comfortable sit, and there's so many options here to enjoy as well. You also have your automatic headlights right there, all the controls. We'll just put it back to 0 there, and of course you have everything right here in the front. You got our touchscreen head unit there as well. Tell you what I'm going to do, instead of just looking at a car that's not on, let's use these keys that I've got right here. And of course this is a stop start button vehicle, so you put your key there and we click our start engine button right there. It does need 2 hands, I must say, or somebody with at least better hand-eye coordination than me, but there we go, we got it on. Let's put the keys down there and let's admire this center console set against the gloss black. You got the chrome trim all the way around, all the main features. I love the little chrome trim there around the touchscreen. First and foremost, let's get on the radio. Come on. Well, you can see we have our DAB radio there as well. Yep, there we go. So we have a mix between DAB, FM, and AM radio as well. You can also go through all the stations. There we go, smooth, come on, there we go. You can also go through all the stations. So we're on smooth West Midlands at the moment, but you see you can sort of scroll through them. Try and do it the right way. I'm sort of scrolling the wrong way, but let's see what we got to have a look here. Maybe a bit of heart. Yeah, there we go. This is my jam right there. That's a bit more of that. But if you find yourself in a position where, there's nothing on the radio on a DAB station, an FM station, or an AM station, you can always go to media and connect your own source. So you see we have options here for CDs, SD cards, aux inputs, and of course Bluetooth connectivity there as well. So if you've got something on your phone you want to listen to, this car will allow you to do that, not a problem. And speaking of phones, you can connect them via Bluetooth. As you can see, it's trying to find me as we speak, but obviously I'm filming, so I won't allow that to happen. Let's put it back on the radio. Now, you can also adjust everything with your setup screen, system setup. You got your screen, your time and date, your language, your keypad, everything there you'd need. It just means you have full access and full control of everything in this car. Same, of course, goes for your sound setup. Now, I assume you probably have more educated ears than I do, and you want to adjust your bass, your mid, your treble, balance, anything like that. You can adjust it nice and easy. And last but certainly not least, you got your car button, and it just means that you can track your trip computer, your long-term distances, how far you've, since you've refueled or since you've started. There's so much cool stuff on here. If you're someone who really likes to sort of keep abreast of everything that their car does, there's so much driving data here that you can access. And there's so much like about your vehicle status that you can access there as well. It's honestly there you go, your tire pressure monitor right there. If you're somebody who maybe worries a little bit, I tend to worry quite a bit, it's nice to have all that information there, so you can sort of maybe track your spending of your petrol, track how much miles you're going, and track how close your tires are to needing to be redone, so you can maybe set some money aside in the budget to get that done without it being too much of a blow to your monthly income. It's just really nice to have the options there, and it's really nice that Volkswagen, it's an R-Line car. They've built it for speed, they built it for the drive, but it's nice that they've gone through the extra mile to just put in a little extra features like that to make it more of a pleasurable driving experience. And speaking of pleasurable driving experiences, coming down here, you got your dual zone climate control, or the marriage saver, as I like to call it. This thing, especially during winter, because I don't know if you guys are like me, but me and my missus, we are never the same temperature at the same time, and this thing stops many an argument. So it's 12 degrees outside, so she's cold, wants to be put on high. I'm actually quite warm. I got a bit of a headache because we've been spending all day in the car together, so I want it to be nice and low. But then she becomes temperature, she feels my cold temperature, and she's like, oh, Matt, I want a bit of that. Well, let's click sync, and you can have it in the space of a button. Chuck in your air conditioning systems, your windscreen demisting in the front and rear. That is going to be so essential when the winter rolls around. This thing will save relationships, I promise you. Don't knock it until you've tried it. Don't knock it till you've been there. We also have this lovely little section just behind the 4Motion badge here. So you push that open, and you just have a little place in there for your media in. You can see the little port right there as well. So if you want to connect your MP3 player, bam it in there, stick it in there, keep it out of the way. You can hide that in front. Now we have our drive performance control all here. You can see it's that beautiful mix of chrome and black leather. It's right next to our engine start button right there as well. And right next to our park assist, so you can take full advantage of those front and rear parking sensors as well. It's not just about driving like a madman or taking full advantage of all that speed and power. You also have a lot of control, which again makes this car the best of both worlds. And you can access all that with this driving mode button right here, because it comes up right here. You say currently we're in race mode, which I know is definitely a favorite of certain people. However, I'm much more of an eco mode myself. I like to save my pennies, especially when it comes to fuel. But you may as well just stick it in normal and take full advantage of that yourself. Coming on down here, you got our traction control there as well, and we have our electric parking brake. Oh, let's put that on with auto hold there as well, and a 12-volt charging point right there. And behind these nifty little shutters, you can see some nice cup holders built in there as well. And behind our big leather armrest, we just have a nice little space under there to fit anything you'd want. I myself like to put my Monster Munch in there so that my missus doesn't start snacking on them when I'm not around. So there we have it. That is everything that this vehicle has to offer. It's not just a great drive. It's not just a powerful little motor. It is the best of both worlds, as I say. It's got everything in that you'd need to feel safe, secure, and just have a great time on the road. Anything that you'd really need, realistically, this car is going to be able to accomplish. Legroom, it's got it. Comfortable seats, it's got it. Gadgets, it's got them. Fuel efficiency, it's got that. And the ability to knock your eyebrows off when you drive, it's got that too. I promise you, this is everything. And an absolute knockout colour that's never going to mean that you lose this car in a crowd, because it stands out an absolute mile. Now I've come over here because I want to show you this 2-litre petrol engine. I believe it's 2-litre, of course, and I want to show it because, as we touched on earlier with our big green emerald tick, this car is very special. It's just like all the other stock that we have on site or on our website. in one particular reason. It's undergone, and not only undergone, but passed our 128-point Emerald inspection. We are currently the UK Independent Dealer of the Year, and with that comes a certain responsibility to our staff, our customers, and most importantly, the motor trade industry as a whole. And with that, we pioneered our 128-point Emerald inspection. AA only do 100-point check when it comes to their cars. To us, that is not good enough. We're a family-run dealership, and it doesn't just mean that we treat our staff and our customers like family. That's a given. Who wouldn't want to come through that door and be met with a cup of tea, a smile, and a bit of an elbow rub because we can't shake hands anymore? It means that we treat our stock as if it were family, which is a bit of an odd thing to say, but hear us out. We always look at every piece of stock and think, would I trust handing the keys to this over to my elderly mother? Do I think the car is safe, secure, viable, and just will get her from A to B without me having to stress thinking about her safety? So that's why we do a 128-point inspection. We literally check everything that could possibly need looking at and make sure that the car is running not only smooth, but running safely and securely as well. So I can chuck the keys at mother and say, go off and enjoy bingo yourself. That's why we do it. 128-point check. We've done it on this vehicle. It's passed it with flying colours. Again, only 34,000 miles on the clock. There's really nothing to see. It's just a car that is near mint. Body's great. Interior's great. Drives like a monster if you want it to, but it also drives very comfortable if you want it to. Best of both worlds. It's going to suit everyone to a T, and I think it will suit you to a T as well. We absolutely love it here. You can see how much Simon was stargazing at it, and to be honest, we've all had that reaction ourselves. I find it very hard to sort of talk around it because the grey really just pops and leaves you speechless. It's a gorgeous bit of stock. Alloys are impeccable. I mean, honestly, they're the kind of alloys you could bring home to your parents and they'd be so proud of you. But it's just a gorgeous bit of stock, top to bottom, and it really is one of the best ones we have in sight and on stock. So please, if anything that I've said has even mildly piqued your interest, I urge you, trust your instincts, come on down, see it for yourself, take it out for a test drive. Let's all meet, let's have a chat, meet me or my colleagues, we'll answer the questions, we'll start a conversation going, because this is a piece of stock that's not worth ignoring, I promise you that. So why not come on down, see it in person, and we'll all have a laugh and a chat about it together. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. It's a great honor, and I hope I've answered everything that you'd need to know about this Volkswagen Golf R line in grey. Thank you very much.